Hello students, welcome back to my channel English Wave. My name is Gurbhesh Ram. I have brought you one more video in which I'm going to discuss a poem from your 10th class book First Flight, and the name of the poem is A Tiger in the Zoo, which is written by Leslie Norris. So let's discuss. So before discussing the poem, I would like to discuss some basic things about the poet. So Leslie Norris was a prize-winning famous poet and short story writer who was born in South Wales in 1921. And until 1974, he earned his living as a college lecturer, teacher and headmaster. And from 1974, he combined full-time writings with residencies at academic institutions in Britain. And his collections of stories, including collected stories and poems, have won many prizes like Colomandale Poetry Prize, the David Hickam Memorial Prize, the Catherine Mansfield Memorial Award, the AML Award, and so on. So this was all about the writer. Now let's discuss what this poem is all about, means the summary of the poem. Well, as its name implies, that this poem is all about a tiger that is very beautiful and walking in its little cage. He's having some beautiful strips on his skin and has velvet-like soft paws, but he is not happy and quite angry in this cage. Now why he is angry? Because he's kept in a cemented cell behind the bars, confined to this little cage. He has no freedom to walk here and there in the forest. He cannot show his power to the visitors. So these things remind him of his natural habitat, that is forest. So he's hiding and sliding in the long grass near the water hole and pouncing upon a fat deer, the way he used to terrorize the villagers. So ultimately we can say that this poem contrasts a tiger in the zoo with the tiger in its natural habitat. तो बेसिकली पोएट इस पोएम में एक कंट्रास्टिंग एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट कर रहा है, और एक लाइन जो एक छोटे से केज में बंद है, लिमिटेड से एनवायरनमेंट में कन्फाइंड है, एंड ऑन द अदर हैंड लाइन को हम नेचुरली कैसे देखते हैं, उसे हम ग्रास में छुपते हुए स्लाइड करते हुए देखते हैं, डियर का शिकार करते हुए देखते हैं, एंड यही उसका नेचुरल हैबिटेट है. एंड पोएट यहाँ पे एक स्ट्रॉन्ग मैसेज दे रहा है. द पोएट वांट्स टू कन्वे to all humankinds that the tiger should be in the forest, in its natural home, not in a cage. So let's go stanza by stanza to understand this point. Let's see the first stanza. He stalks in his vivid steps, the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet, in his quiet rage. Here stalks means to follow or to walk stiffly. And vivid means lifeful or bright colors, or the thing which is lifeful, full of life. And steps means a long narrow band differing in color on the body of the tiger. And pads here refer to paws of tiger. And rage means intense anger, or the feeling of extreme anger that is tiger here experiencing. So in this whole stanza, the poet describes the appearance of the tiger in the zoo and its daily movements. He says that the tiger moves up and down of his cage. The strips on its body can be distinguished, even seen from far, as they are darker in color than the rest of its coat. The tiger walks quietly without making a noise because of its smooth velvet pads. The tiger is able to walk only a few steps because of the length of its cage. It covers that distance in a few mere steps only. The tiger is full of anger, but it is suppressed because he knows that he is helpless here. तो इस पूरे स्टैंजा में पोएट क्या डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है कि कैसे टाइगर अपने छोटे से केज में मूव कर रहा है, उसकी अपीयरेंस को बयान कर रहा है, कैसी उसकी बॉडी पर स्ट्रिप्स हैं जो दूर से दिख रहे हैं, और टाइगर अपने एक सैड और एंगर मोड में है और क्वाइटली अपनी कन्फाइंड केज में चल रहा है, छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स ले रहा है क्योंकि बहुत छोटे से पिंजरे में है वो, और अपने आप को इतना हेल्पलेस फील कर रहा है। नाउ लेट्स सी द फर्स्ट सेकंड स्टैंजा। ही शुड बी लर्किंग इन शैडो, स्लाइडिंग थ्रू लॉन्ग ग्रास near the water hole where plump deer pass. Lurking means to be hidden as to wait for your prey. जैसे हमने टीवी पे देखा ना कि कैसे टाइगर शिकार करता है, झाड़ियों के पीछे वो छिपके बैठता है ग्रास में, और जब कोई प्रे उसके सामने आता है तो एकदम से पॉन्स करता है। ऐसे छुप के बैठने के एक्शन को हम बोलते हैं लर्किंग। And sliding means being a smooth continuous motion. Sliding means बिना notice हुए आगे बढ़ना. That is sliding. So in this stanza, the poet is filled with pity while looking at the imprisoned tiger. The poet imagines another life for the tiger other than the zoo. He says that the poor tiger should have been in its natural habitat, that is, in the wild forest. He says that under normal conditions, the tiger would have been moving in the darkness, not in the clear daylights. It would have been lying in the shadows of the trees or hiding itself behind long grass so that its prey will not be able to detect its movement. So in this way, the tiger would have moved near the water hole where all the animals of the forest come to drink on sunny afternoons. So there near the water hole, he would be waiting for some fat deer to pass that way. Thus, he would be lying there in expectation of heavy feast. तो यहाँ पे पोएटिक इस टाइगर को दूसरे टाइगर से कॉन्ट्रास्ट कर रहा है। कौन से टाइगर से कॉन्ट्रास्ट कर रहा है? जो जंगल में नॉर्मल कंडीशन में रह रहा है, अपने नेचुरल हैबिटेट में रह रहा है। और नेचुरल हैबिटेट में कौन से एक्शंस होते हैं टाइगर के? वो एक तालाब के पास छुप के बैठता है और एक्सपेक्ट करता है कि कब वहाँ से कोई फैट सा डियर गुजरे और वो उसे शिकार बनाए। Let's move on to the third stanza. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, boring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. Snarling here means warning sounds made by animals. जैसे एनिमल्स भयानक सी आवाजें निकालती हैं, वो एक तरह का वार्निंग साइन होता है एनिमल का। And bearing means uncovered, which is not covered. Fangs here refers to sharp tooth of animals. So in this whole stanza, the poet says that even though he would prefer the tiger to live in the wild, it's not as if it would lose all touch with human civilization. So he imagines what the tiger will do in case he failed to find any prey in his natural habitat. He says that the tiger would be growling at the edge of the jungle near some village. He would be showing his white fangs and claws while moving here and there with the intention of scaring all the inhabitants of that village. He would thus become a cause of terror for the villagers. The poet here gives a hint that if we destroy the natural habitat of tigers, they will be forced to turn to our towns and villages to find their food. So इस स्टैंजा में पोएट कह रहा है कि वैसे तो वो प्रेफर कर रहा है कि जो टाइगर अपने नेचुरल हैबिटेट में ही रहे, बट ऐसा भी नहीं है कि अगर वो अपने नेचुरल हैबिटेट में रह रहा है तो ह्यूमन सिविलाइजेशन से और ह्यूमन सोसाइटी से बिल्कुल ही कट ऑफ हो जाएगा। क्योंकि तो नेचुरली जब उसे अपने नेचुरल हैबिटेट में अपना प्रे नहीं मिलेगा, उसे अपना शिकार नहीं मिलेगा, तो वो ऑब्वियसली विलेजेस की ओर आएगा, और वो विलेजेस के लिए, वहाँ के इनहेबिटेंट्स के लिए जो जंगल के और फॉरेस्ट के नज़दीक रहते हैं, उनके लिए एक टेरर बन जाएगा। और पॉइंट यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा हिंट दे रहा है कि अगर हम डिफॉरेस्टेशन करते रहेंगे, उनके नेचुरल हैबिटेट को डिस्ट्रॉय करेंगे, तो मजबूरन उनको अपने फूड के लिए, अपने प्रे के लिए विलेजेस में आना पड़ेगा। लेट्स मूव ऑन टू नेक्स्ट स्टैंजा. But he's locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. In this stanza, the poet stops imagining the tiger's alternative life and returns to its real one. The poet sees the tiger caged in a small concrete cell in the zoo, like a prisoner in the jail. In spite of all his strength, it now lies imprisoned behind the bars. The tiger pays no attention to the visitors who come to see him every day at the zoo. Instead of this, the tiger very slowly and silently moves up and down along the length of the cage without any disturbance in the form of human intervention. तो यहाँ पे वापस पोएट जो टाइगर को उसकी नेचुरल हैबिटेट में इमेजिन कर रहा है वो स्टॉप कर देता है ऐसा इमेजिन करना, और वही करंट सिचुएशन में टाइगर है जो वही बार्स के पीछे बंद है, उसकी स्ट्रेंथ कन्फाइंड है और टाइगर अपने केज में स्लोली और साइलेंटली मूव कर रहा है। लेट्स मूव टू द लास्ट स्टैंजा। ही हियर्स द लास्ट वॉइस एट नाइट, द पेट्रोलिंग कार्स, एंड स्टेयर्स विद हिज ब्रिलियंट आईज at the brilliant stars. So in this stanza, the poet describes about the daily routine of the tiger. The tiger does not rest during the day because of the visitors. Even at night, it stays awake till the very last voice of the zookeeper locking up and going home can be heard. After that too, it does not go to sleep. All night it remains disturbed due to the noise of patrolling cars. He keeps staring at the brilliant stars with his brilliant eyes. Perhaps he is asking heaven why he has been imprisoned here. तो यहाँ पे पोएट उसकी हेल्पलेसनेस को बयान कर रहा है कि कैसे वो जू कीपर की जो पेट्रोलिंग कार की आवाज से डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है, और he stays awake throughout the night because of this. और वो नेचर को कोस रहा है कि why he is imprisoned here. So this was all about this poem. Now let's discuss some poetic devices used in this poem. So let's see the first stanza. In the first stanza, first device is used, that is personification. Personification means giving the person-like qualities to others or giving the human-like qualities to others. So here tiger is personified because the poet refers him as he. And the next device is metaphor. Metaphor is comparison of two things without using like and as. So here tiger's paws are compared with velvet, that is pairs of velvet. Our next device is enjambment. Enjambment is a device when sentences continue to next line without any punctuation mark. And here we can see in the first line, he stalks in his vivid steps the few steps of his cage. So at the ending of the first line there is no punctuation marks, means enjambment is used here. So our next device is oxymoron. Oxymoron is a device when two adjectives are used and both are opposite in meaning. For example, quiet and rage. Quiet means peaceful or silent, whereas rage means intense anger, extreme anger. So both are antonyms. So this is oxymoron. So let's see the second stanza. In the second stanza, enjambment is used again when line continues to the next line without punctuation marks, sliding through and deer pass. So this is enjambment. And next device is alliteration. Alliteration is use of sound P at the start of two words, that is plump and pass, that is alliteration. So this was all about this poem. I hope you have understood it well. Now I am going to put some questions in front of you based on this poem. So I want you to pause this video here and try to answer these questions. So that's all with this session. If you like my videos, please do share, subscribe to my channel. If you have any query regarding this chapter, please put those queries in the comment box. I'll try to answer those queries. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.